Hi and welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you're not. My name's Emma and I'm the maker behind Misty Blue Crochet, and I haven't filmed a video for a while, so I'm feeling a little bit rusty, but I'm trying to ease myself back in and not put too much pressure on myself, because I think that's what I did last year and I think that's why I stopped making videos. But I do really enjoy it, so the aim this year is to not put that much pressure on myself and to just enjoy it again. And I've got a lot of ideas and I'm just going to take it one step at a time and see where it goes. But anyway, today I've got a few things to talk through. I wanted to go through what I've made in January, and so far I've done a few pattern tests, and I've also put my first pattern out on Etsy, so I'm really excited about that, and it actually went really well. I'm about to put my second pattern out, so let's get into what I've made so far and go through that. So first up we have these Interlinked Hearts. This was a pattern test for Crochet by Cassiope, I think it's pronounced, sorry if that's wrong, and it's obviously based on you know what, but I did this in blanket yarn, so I did it bigger than what the pattern called for, just because I wanted it big and chunky. So I did this is a mix between Utopia Crafts Cuddle yarn and Devonte, was it Soft Touch Teddy yarn from the range. They're both UK brands, but so I did it with that. And with this pattern you make the two hearts first, and then you make the lock bits and you sew them on, and you obviously twine them and sew it on, and then you make the arms and you sew them on. So it's actually a really quick pattern and it's really nice. My daughter stole it, I've just had to get this out of her room to show you, but I really like that. So that's that. That was the first one I did. Then what one did I do then? And then I did the cow, yes, from the Pint Sized Pals. So this is by Apple Tree Boutique, or Stacey Makes here on YouTube, and this is part of her Pint Sized Pals collection, and it's so cute. It's all no-sew, so you start by making the legs and then you set them aside, and then you come back and you start from the muzzle, and then you change to the body colour, and the horns are just bobble stitches, the ears are done in the round, and then you crochet the legs on as you go, and the tail's done in the round, and you just add these on afterwards. They're just tied on at the end. But I used blanket yarn again, the Devonte Soft Touch Teddy speckled yarn from the range again, and I used 25mm Sink Eyes, which is silver glitter discs, because I wasn't really sure what colour to use, so I just went with the silver, and I actually think they look really nice. There you go, that's the pint size cow, and she's got other pint size animals in the collection as well, which when this one came out there was a pig that came out at the same time. I haven't made that yet, but I will. But I think they're super cute. I think I just saw a video and she said she's working on a cat at the minute, so that'll be nice. I love cats, obviously. And then which one did I? Then I did this one. This is Bella the Ballerina. This is by snowfoxcrochet, and I love this. This is gorgeous. I made this in Yarnsmith's chenille yarn, and I think it's such a good, really big, decent size for the thinner yarn. I love its little tail, how it's curled. And this one, you make the arms and the tail first, and then you start the legs. You work up the legs, you go all the way up, you crochet the tail in, you leave the front loops for the skirt, and then you come up and you crochet the arms in. The arms are crocheted in a unique way over a couple of rounds so that they fall in this shape to look like she's doing the ballerina pose, which I think is really cute. And then you carry on up. This is done in the front loops after as well, and you sew the ears on, you sew the bow on, pretty sure you sew the head on as well. You come back and you work the skirt in the front loops. And then the face detailing, I love the details on this. Can you see? She's got a lot of pictures in this pattern that go over it really well, so that you can just, I think it makes the eyes pop. These are 25mm eyes that I hand painted myself to match the colour of a dress. I think they're really gorgeous. Anyway, yep, that's Bella the Ballerina by Snowfox Crochet. Then next we've got the horse from the No-Sew Stackimals. I struck it on the floor. The horse from No-Sew Stackimals pattern, or the collection by lilbeanstitches. So they're all no-sew, and this is I love this pattern. So it's worked, you make the front legs and the ears and the back legs ahead of time, and then you work from the nose back and you crochet the ears in, and then all this hair and the tail is all crocheted in the round, so you don't have to do it afterwards. It's not surface crocheted, it's not sewn on, it's all worked in the round, which is just amazing. It makes it go so much quicker and easier. And then you crochet the front legs in, then you carry on the body and do the little tail, and you crochet these back legs on, but they're crocheted in a way that keeps their shape. So it's a unique way of doing it, and it's all explained in the pattern in very detailed with photos, and there's tips and tricks and everything, so it's very helpful. And I made this in Yarn Smith's chenille yarn with a 4.5mm hook, and the eyes are 16mm, I believe, and it's just the glitter disc ones. And there wasn't this one came in a pack with the cow and the pig, so there's packs of 3, or there's a pack of, I think it's 15 in one. I've brought the full pack now because I just love that they're no-sew. I just love them. I think they're amazing. I want to make this one in all different colours to be like My Little Pony ones and all different things like that, but you should definitely go and check it out. That's really cute. Then what do I have next? Oh yeah, so this one is my most recent one, and this is the Forever Blooming Daffodil. Look at that, it's gorgeous. I've actually made this one. I'm going to give it to my mum for Mother's Day, but this is beautiful. And this is low sew as well. It doesn't look like it, but it is, and it's by Handmade Crochet by AV, but I will be linking all of these patterns down in the description anyway. But this one, you start with the flower and you make this middle bit first, and then you work the petals and you go back, and then you work the green bit, and you make the leaves first and put them aside, then you start on the flower. Then you make this, the leaves then get crocheted in, and you set that aside and you make the pot, and then when you finish the pot you sew the flower on, and then this is just like a chain and tie it in a bow. It's really simple, but the outcome is just so beautiful. It's amazing. And this is done in Yarn Smith's chenille yarn as well, so it's a really decent size for the yarn. I used a 4.5mm hook. It's either released as you're watching this, or it's going to be in the next day or so, but it will be linked. If it is released now, it's going to be in the description for it. But that was the last pattern test that I did. Then I did, probably seen it in the background, my pattern. So this is the Heart Macaron Buddy, and I love it. I just one day sat down and just did it all in once, and then I had to go back and write it and then figure out how to write PDF, because I've done YouTube tutorials for patterns, but I've not actually put them in the PDF format and then got testers to do it and then put them on Etsy. So that was a whole, but it's out now on Etsy, so this one will be linked below. And I made it, done a red one and a pink one, and then I made this turquoise one, which is so cute. I love it. So these are done in Yarn Smith's chenille yarn. This one's actually made in Aldi yarn, but it's Aldi yarn from a couple of years ago, so it's a bit thinner than the new stuff, but it's about the same thickness as the Yarn Smith's chenille. So, well, if you want to make your own one of these, then the pattern is out now on my Etsy. Yeah, if you're interested in that, then go and check it out. And now I'm working on my next pattern. This one, and it is my retro cassette buddy. So it's a little cassette tape. And he's got some headphones on, some old school headphones. Remember the ones that had like the tiny little black foam little bit on, and then the silver kind of just metal thin strap across the top. That's what I had anyway, so I just wanted to add that. But that is my next pattern. I'm really, really happy with it because this was the first one I did, so it's a little bit different. And this one I did kind of no-sew, but then it's got this, the join doesn't line up there or there, and then it kind of went a bit wonky on the back, whereas this one I've done it differently so that it's the same back and front, and I just love it so much. It's so cute. Yeah, so that's going to be up on my Instagram if you would like to help me out testing the pattern. So if you go over and check that out, that would be really helpful. And if you go over and apply, let me know that you've come from this video, because I'd love to know. That'd be really cool that you've come from YouTube to apply on Instagram for my testicle. That would be really cool. Then I think the only other thing I have to show you is I got a yarn delivery from warehouse. So look, they come in these organza bags. You can opt to not have them if you don't want them anymore. So we have, this is a new one that I haven't tried yet. So this is called Warm Taupe, and it's like, my cat's gone in the bag, that's brilliant. Yeah, it's like a pinky, dusty pink kind of colour. You can see that. It's really pretty. I'm not sure what I'd use it for yet. I just brought it because I didn't have it. It looks different on the website. I think maybe I thought it was going to be more skin colour or more browny. I don't know. But that one's a new one. This one's also a new one to me. So this one is Fandango Pink. So it's all the chenille chunky. And with this I use a 4.5mm hook. So this is the Fandango Pink. It's extremely bright, but I don't have that one. I have I think it's called Bubblegum Pink, not sure. So there's that one. Then this one's my favourite orange. It's like a carrot orange. It's called Tangerine. That's that one. I brought this yarn because I'd run out of the grey, because originally, oh yeah, it was just the grey I was using on here, just that tiny little bit, but I'd run out of it, so I had to order some yarn, which I wasn't planning on. So then I just wanted the free delivery, so I just brought enough to get the free delivery. So there's the grey. I only got one of them because like I don't use it that often. I used it up on that cat from earlier, actually, that the Ballerina. So I did get two orange. Then, oh yeah, my favourite brown. I was running out of this, and this is my favourite brown from Yarn Smiths. It's called Latte. So that's that one. Sorry if the lighting's gone a bit, it's so dull outside. It has rained. I heard this fact the other day. It's rained every day since Boxing Day. That, what can you say about that? We need sun. We need sun. Especially where we are, we keep getting lots of floods and everything, and it's really frustrating. So I've got two of them. Then this one was new to me. I wanted to test it out. It's called Parchment. because I was trying to, when I first brought this, I wanted like a beige colour, and I think I brought this one, yeah, this one, which is oatmeal. Oh, yeah, oatmeal. But this one's like a skin colour, I'd say. And then parchment is just got a lot more grey in it, so that's better for what I wanted it for like, you know, like the beiging cats and things like that. It just works a lot better. So that's parchment, and I got 2 of them, and that is everything. So I'm gonna put them all back in actually, and that's all that I've got for you today. Other than that, I don't think I've done much. I have actually, oh, where have I been? I was working on, oh dear, it's got all tangled up and now it's pulling on it. Oh no, I shouldn't have put them together in the drawer, not when they're this messy. Oh my gosh. Right, I don't even know what's happened. Well, that's a whole lot of fun that I don't even want to bother trying to figure out at the minute. But anyway, this will eventually get finished. I started it just after Christmas, but I've never done a tapestry before. I think I just got a bit bored. I'm basically nearly finished. There's only a tiny bit left, but I got a bit bored and just started designing my own pants instead. But that's my tapestry crochet. I will have to block it probably once I've finished it. Like that. And that one, I think it's called Stitch Fiddle. Is it Stitch Fiddle? Or is it Bracelet Book? Is that it's not Stitch Fiddle, it's Bracelet Book, isn't it? Stitch Fiddle's the one where you can make your own patterns. Bracelet Book, pretty sure. They're 4 bracelets, but you can make these in bigger yarn, just makes them a bit bigger. That's everything that I've got for you today. I am working on, I've got lots and lots of free patterns. I think I've mentioned this before, saved on my Instagram, on my YouTube, on my Pinterest. I've got free patterns saved everywhere for any difference, like anything, like millions of them. But yeah, I've got so many free patterns saved that I just need to make them. Maybe I'll do one of those, like all the patterns in a jar and picking them out. What is it? Yeah, crochet, I don't know. Anyway, we could do one of them. But if there's any specific, like, yeah, themes or anything that you would like, that you've been trying to find free pattern wise, say like pocket friendly ones or small ones, snugglers, bigger ones, like suitable keychain ones, anything like theme that you can think of, just let me know and I'll go through the ones I've got. I've already started putting them in lights and stuff, so I'll make them to show you them, see whether they're worth your time, see how they come out, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm excited about doing that. Obviously takes a lot of time, so I don't know how the videos will have to be a month or something like that, because I'm really enjoying the pattern designing at the minute. And yeah, I do want to do the free pattern review type ones, the roundups and things like that, so let me know. Oh, one last thing actually, I made this one ages ago actually, so this one I'm going to write up and get ready for Easter, if I can make sense of the notes, because it's been that long ago that I've got to try and make sense of my notes that I made for it, which are written in here. Don't ask me why I used such a tiny little notebook to write them down, but try my best because I love it. But no, don't. My patterns and my notes are just hectic. You could see, if I show you, this is for, oh gosh, everything's falling over. This is for that. I do little things like draw little diagrams. I had a diagram on this one, I don't know where it's gone. Little diagrams here. Nonsense, but we'll get somewhere eventually. But yeah, this one doesn't have a name either, so if you can think of a name for me, I don't know what to call it, and I don't know why I haven't weaved in the ends, but we'll ignore that. If you can think of a name for this one, then put it in the comments, let me know. See if we can come up with a name for it. I love the eyes, look at the eyes, and they're gorgeous. They're just literally disc ones from off Amazon, but they're just so gorgeous. So yeah, it's definitely all I've got now for you. And if you would like to apply for the Retro Cassette Buddy testicle, then keep an eye on my Instagram, it might be on there now. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye.